Hello Year 8, bonjour. This is Miss Atkinson. I hope you're well. Welcome to your first lesson for French for the summer term, and I hope you had a nice holiday and you managed to enjoy the lovely weather that we've had so far. As I said, this is our first lesson by video, so there are a few things that I'll take you through, which I won't necessarily go through in the following lesson. So because it's new for you and for me as well, let's just take it slowly, step by step. Before you start, you need to make sure that you have everything that you need. So for this lesson, you will need the exercise book that school gave you, a pen and a ruler, and your knowledge organizer for Module 5, which is attached on class charts for you. You can open that in a window if you like, so you have it available if you need to refer to it. Or if you want to and have access to a printer, you can print it off, though this is not essential. You can also open a separate window with wordreference.com in it, which is your French to English and English to French dictionary. So you can have that on a tab, so any vocabulary that you're unfamiliar with and you can't find first of all in your knowledge organizer, you can then find on word reference. You may want to pause the recording now so that you can get all the things you need if you don't have them in front of you, and then press play when you're ready to start the lesson. Okay, Year 8. So I want to speak to you about presentation. As always, it's really important that your presentation is neat, that your date and your title are underlined. Okay, so the date, la date. Lundi, le 20 avril. Okay, write that down and underline it. And your title, le titre. Les pays is countries. So sometimes I wouldn't give you the English necessarily, but you have it today. But we would certainly discuss the meaning of the title in the lesson. So write down les pays and countries. Also write down the objective, l'objectif. And the objective today is to talk about countries and languages. Your do now activity is written down next on the slide, and this is approximately a 10-minute exercise. What you need to do is copy and match the English and French names for each country. So first of all, you need to write down the 11 countries in English on the left-hand side of your page. Then what you need to do is find the matching word in the right-hand column. These are country names but written in French. I want you to write out the country name in full in French as well, not just a number and a letter. I want the English written out in full and the French written out in full as well. As a little hint, I would start with the cognates, which are words that look the same or almost the same in both languages. E.g., France looks like La France. Okay, that's a starter for you. Country names also do have a capital letter in French, just like in English, so make sure that you're using them for the country name when you're copying them down. If you're ready to go, pause the recording right now, and as soon as you're ready to correct your work, then press play again. Well done, Year 8. Off we go now with the answers. So I want you to now mark your work with a tick or a cross, and at the end you're going to give yourself a mark out of 11 to see how many of the countries you could get right yourself. So number 1, England is l'Angleterre. You will have seen that before, I'm sure you remember that one. So number 1, England and l'Angleterre. Number 2, France, la France. Number 3, Italy is l'Italie. Number 4, Spain is l'Espagne. And you'll notice several of the countries end in agne, okay, a G-N-E. You've seen it in campagne, the countryside, montagne for mountains, and you've seen it now for l'Espagne, which is Spain. Number 5. Portugal is le Portugal. 6. Greece, la Grèce. 7. Scotland is l'Écosse. 8. Ireland is l'Irlande. 9. Wales is le Pays de Galles. 10. Germany is l'Allemagne. Again, you see the agne sound, the A-G-N-E, like l'Espagne. We now have l'Allemagne for Germany. And we finally have Austria, which is l'Autriche. Okay, remember your accents, okay? La Grèce has the accent grave going downwards, so you dip your voice down. Grèce, air, like mère, frère, père, la Grèce. And your accent aigu, which is on l'Écosse. So your accent's going up, which means you raise your voice. L'Écosse. Also, check now, do all your country names have a capital letter? Have you copied them down correctly with the capital letter, because they're proper nouns, so they do need them? Okay, now give yourself a mark out of 11. Pause the recording if you need to. Well done, Year 8. And now I'm going to pass you to Mrs. Turner, who is going to teach the remainder of the lesson. Please take photos of your work and send them to me so that I can give you those all-important home learning achievement points. Until the next lesson, bon courage!
So you've matched English country names to their French equivalent, and you've heard me say them once. Now we're going to practice pronunciation. I'll say each word followed by a pause. You need to repeat after me, so you be my echo. L'Angleterre, la France, l'Italie, l'Espagne, le Portugal, la Grèce, l'Écosse, l'Irlande, le Pays de Galles, l'Allemagne, l'Autriche. Now let's do that again. L'Angleterre, la France, l'Italie, l'Espagne, le Portugal, la Grèce, l'Écosse, l'Irlande, le Pays de Galles, l'Allemagne, l'Autriche. Well done. You can email me if you have any questions about pronouncing these words. I'm now going to give you 10 minutes to try learning this vocabulary off by heart. Use the study, cover, write and check method or flashcards if you prefer. Notice that I've now used colour on the country names to indicate whether they are feminine or masculine. You will need to know this, so make it a part of your vocabulary learning. So that you have time to commit these words to memory, pause the video for 10 minutes now. Now that you're feeling more familiar with the country names in French, we're going to look closely at how to use them in a sentence. We want to be able to say things like, I live in Spain. So we'll focus on this little word in. It's a preposition because it tells us where something is. In French, there are different ways of saying in a place. Before the name of a town, use à. J'habite à Woking. Before the name of a feminine country, like l'Angleterre, la France, use en. J'habite en Angleterre. Before the name of a masculine country, use au. Mon ami habite au Portugal. Before the name of a plural country, use au. Je voudrais aller aux États-Unis. This au has an X on the end, which is silent, and which shows that the next word will be plural. It does sound exactly like the au that you use for a masculine country. Most countries are feminine, but the most commonly used masculine ones for us are le Maroc, le Canada, le Portugal, le Pays de Galles, le Brésil, le Japon, et le Pakistan. You have 5 minutes now to copy this grammar explanation neatly and accurately into your book. Use the slide as a model for presentation. Pause the video to do that now. Using the information that you've just copied, you'll now put it into practice. Copy and complete the 10 phrases. Fill in the blank with one of the prepositions. Remember that your options are à for a town or a city, en for a feminine country, au for a masculine country, or au with an X for a plural country. You have 10 minutes to do it, so pause the video now. Good work, Year 8. Let's check how you got on. Mark your work and give yourself a mark out of 10. The answers are as follows. 1. À Naphill. À because Naphill is a town. 2. En Angleterre. En because Angleterre is a feminine country. 3. À Londres. Londres is the French word for London, which we've come across before. We use à because London, Londres, is a city. 4. En Espagne. En because Espagne is a feminine country. Lyon is a city in France. So for number 5, we're going to use à Lyon. 6. Au Canada. Canada is one of the masculine countries that we've mentioned. 7. Aux États-Unis. Au with the plural X because États-Unis is a plural country, United States, more than one state. 8. En Italie. En because Italy is a feminine country. 9. En France. En because France is a feminine country. 10. À Paris. À because Paris is a city. If you got some wrong and feel unsure as to why, please do send me a message and I'll answer you with more examples to explain further. I've got more practice here for you now. Copy and complete the text, filling in the preposition according to whether you think you are talking about a town or a country. If it's a country, you must think about whether it's masculine, feminine, or plural. You could use your Do Now activity or your knowledge organizer to find this information. Notice how these words that we've been practicing can mean in, and also they can mean to. For example, à Paris might mean in Paris, or it might mean to Paris. You have 10 minutes to copy and complete the text, so pause the video now. Right, let's see how you did. Mark your work and give yourself a total out of 10 again. J'habite à Ipswich, en Angleterre, mais en juin, je vais aller en Grèce. Après, je vais aller au Portugal, car ma tante habite à Lisbonne. Après, je voudrais aller à Berlin ou à Vienne, mais je crois que je vais retourner en Grande-Bretagne. Je suis allée à New York, aux États-Unis, l'année dernière et c'était très cher. Activity 6 is to translate this paragraph into English. Take 5 minutes to do it and pause the video now. I'm now going to read out my translation. Listen carefully and check it against your own translation. Have you got the same meaning? I live in Ipswich in England, but in June I am going to go to Greece. Afterwards, I am going to go to Portugal as my aunt lives in Lisbon. After that, I would like to go to Berlin or to Vienna, but I think that I'm going to come back to Great Britain. I went to New York in the USA last year and it was very expensive. For our final task, you'll write a paragraph similar to the one you just translated. By similar, I mean that you can use the same sentence starters and structure, but you should change the details like towns and countries so that the paragraph is about you. I'm showing you the original text on this slide again so that you can use it as a model. You have up to 10 minutes to write your paragraph, so pause the video now. And that concludes our first French lesson of the term. Well done, Year 8, you've worked hard today. You're now able to name several countries in French and are aware that there are different ways of saying in or to, depending on whether the place name is masculine, feminine, or plural. If you worked fairly quickly and still have time remaining this hour, please spend it learning from box 1 of your knowledge organizer, which I've highlighted in yellow here on the screen. Remember, you can always rewatch sections of this video or email your teacher if you have any questions about today's lesson.